It's July 25th and we are flying from Columbia, Missouri to Scotland. It's vacation time. Anthony found a job straight after school in Sicily as recital opera pianist. So his flight was paid completely to Europe, and we wanted to travel as a family. So we thought where to go, and Ben and Anthony didn't want to travel in Italy. We were thinking where to go. Ben put YouTube video about Scotland. I watched it for a few minutes and I just wanted to pack everything and just move to Scotland. So we decided to check it out. We all was thinking what shoes to wear for airplane. And recently I bought this fancy shoes. And Ben has the same kind of brand. And I decided, hey, we're gonna add another project to our travel. We are going to dance everywhere. Can you show your shoes? You see those are Derek half shoes, and those circles are for spinning. Columbia actually is perfect place. There's so much space here. We could put music and start dancing right now. But I'm just embarrassed that we have to brace up and just start doing it.
I got so much love to give you, and I will probably want you all the time. Need you so your time. La tierra se hunde abajo. Fui cayéndome al vacío sin poder agarrar a la vida.
It's August 26th, I'm like 8:30 p.m. Our first day in Edinburgh. We arrived this morning, did not sleep in airplane at all, and then we walked half day in Edinburgh like zombies. Took a nap and woke up to the rain and just walking in the rain. This is what they call iron mort safe, the thing they put over graves to protect body from being stolen for anatomy classes. to Glencoe. I have to say the story of Glencoe because no Scot will forgive me if I don't mention this famous massacre happened here. It was during clan times, and in this area MacDonald clan lived. At that time, British Royal Scouts were scouting this area. They ran into MacDonald family, and we are hosted by them. They lived for 2 weeks, were fed and welcomed by this family. They notified back home that they found this family, and a messenger came back with the order just to kill everybody, which they did.
Cruel is the snow that sweeps Glencoe and covers the grave O'Donnell. And cruel was the foe that raped Glencoe and murdered the house of Bonnell.
Now back to today. So we're driving, not this road, and then Bean sees this road and say, oh, this is pretty side road, I want to drive it. So we're driving it, and then I looked at Google Maps and realizing we're going towards the area where Skyfall movie was filmed, and my note about this road was very dangerous, overcrowded, don't go. Here we are. We already have been here for 1 hour. It's just one line road, and you have to stop and let other car go through.
But it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and we'll see what else Glencoe will show us. Finally, we are somewhere where no crowds are, but my guys are slowing down.
What's the meaning of life? Why do we work?
Meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life?
Black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3
July
bags.
29. The plan was to climb this mountain, Bay Naturalist, if I pronounce it right. But we arrived to the head trail at 4 p.m. and unfortunately my guys got exhausted at somewhere 0.8 miles from the trailhead. So I continued by myself, but I am turning back as well, just because it's getting late and I feel kind of lonely here. I'm not sure what to do, but the goats are strictly on my trail. Gosh, I should go around. Hey, I don't mean to disturb you, but this is my trail. Okay, we're fine, right? We're fine. Goodbye. And then we look at each other's eyes. There was no intimidation or fear or even curiosity in Go's eyes. It was understanding. They told me, hey, you're human, and I feel your pain. And I told him, and you're a goat on earth, we will be okay. July 30th, we started our day with a visit of Eileen Donnan Castle. It was so easy to imagine myself some kind of countess living during medieval time in this castle in walking room, steep spiral staircases, and then get out, take a horse, and just drive amazing landscape. This is a bathroom, and it shows the thickness of the walls. The castle has 3-meter thick walls, which did not help it from being destroyed in 18th century by British. Then on the same day we traveled to Isle of Skye and started our visit with village of El Gol, which easier can be called one of the most amazing places on earth. We encountered that complete solitude to my happiness. Me and Anthony, we took a trail of Prince Charlie Bunny Cave. After army of Prince Charlie demised at Culloden battle, he escaped here and was hiding in this cave, and I think he was picked up by French and escaped to France after. Here me and Anthony walking this train. Oh, let's see, is he gonna dive or not? Show us, Anthony. 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, great. Well, we actually did not find the cave because my app Trails showed to go into the ocean and around this cliff. It was high tide, so there was water. Maybe at low tide you could go around this cliff, and cave probably is over there. But swimming over there was not safe because of turbulent water. But we managed to dip ourselves into the Northern Sea, and that's a big check mark for us. Today is July 31st and we are hiking trail Old Man Store. In every YouTube video I watched, everybody would say that it is not to be missed in Isle of Skye. That's why we're here. At the same time, it's very crowded here. Many people, so it's those formations and geology of this I will study tonight. Yeah, I think the trail goes to this little place. You can see how many people are on top of that. The formations are volcanic lava and the valleys are carved by glaciers. The weather is such that every 10 minutes it switches from sunny and hot to rainy and windy. It's beautiful, it's raining now. Only 15 minutes ago I took this video when we were completely soaked. And now you can see Anthony is absolutely dry, but the rain starts again. Scotland is very efficient washing and drying machine. It washes you completely within 10 minutes and then dries you completely with rinse within 10 minutes. Standing on this cliff, we were lucky to see whales. It's August 1st, midnight. We just arrived from Island in the Sky to Loch Ness, and we rented today this camping pod. It's very small, so hard to make a picture of it. August 1st, 12:20 in the afternoon, we just had breakfast in town Druma Drochit. It's located on Lake Ness. We're kind of late for today's plan. I don't think we're going to complete what we planned because I think our plan was a little bit too packed and we were just getting a little bit tired, just want to sleep more. August 1st, 1:30 p.m. and we are walking towards our first activity to I will continue now. Urquhart Castle. The parking is 1 mile away from, so we're just walking this countryside of Scotland.
More than 6 centuries after Columbus' visit, this land had become part of the kingdom of the Scots. By 1250, a mighty stone castle stood here on the rocky promontory at Urquhart, guarding the loch. The king had granted the castle of Urquhart with its vast estate to Sir Alan Durwood. When Sir Alan was in residence at his castle, he would spend much of his time in the hills and glens, hunting deer and wild boar. Then disaster struck. At the end of the 13th century, Scotland was in crisis. The wolf was not the only hunter. Scotland itself became the prey. Edward, King of England, saw an opportunity to conquer the Scots. He put a puppet king, John Balliol, on the throne and planned to bring Scotland to its knees. In the spring of 1296, Edward invaded. He set his machines of war against Scotland. Mighty trebuchets pounded the walls of many Scottish castles, reducing them to rubble. Scotland lay at his mercy, its armies scattered, and its great castles captured, Urquhart among them.
By the end of this day, which started late, we nevertheless arrived to our planned destination, Culloden battlefield. This is where Jacobites lost their last battle to English. Jacobites were rebellion clans against English rule for Scottish independence, and they regarded Jacob VII or his successors as real kings of Scotland. Jacob VII, also known as James VII of Scotland, also known as James II of England, was exiled to France, King of Scotland and England. His son-in-law forced him to exile. But in 1746, it was Jacob VII's grandson, Charles Edward Stuart, by nickname Bonnie Prince Charlie, who led the uprising. This kid was 25 years old when he led the army to this battle. The strategy was to attack English army in the middle of the night, taking them by surprise. But the area was very soggy and they got stuck. By the time they got here, it was morning. They were exhausted. And opposite to surprising English army, they were completely exposed. Charlie's officers advised him not to take the battle, escape. but the young prince insisted. So, in less than 1 hour, 1,500 Scotland souls perished in this battle, while Bonnie Prince Charlie escaped. He hid in a cave by the North Sea, and this cave we tried to find 2 days ago. And from there he escaped back to France. So walking here in this beautiful field and really enjoying the walk. And I'm asking myself why I wanted to come here so badly. I am not a history fanatic. I never knew Scottish history until we started to plan this trip. Let's ask Anthony. Anthony, why did you come to this battlefield? No, just sincerely, just tell without jokes. Sure.
Because Mom wanted to come and I was in the same car as her. But it's interesting walking here now. About 3 months ago, a good friend of mine wrote a song cycle for voice and piano about a series of Chinese war poems. And the first of these songs is about walking through an abandoned battlefield. And this music is playing in my head, and it's just special.
Thank you, Anthony. Let's go ask your dad. Why did he come to this battlefield? We will ask Ben. Ben,
Hello.
why did you want to come to this battlefield?
Well, this battlefield is very significant because this battle was very significant. It's the final battle where the English Crown force finally crushed the Scottish Crown resistance.
You hear in night's deep snow, all the shadows say, telling you when you're asleep, tears will fade away.
We're driving towards Cairngorms National Park. We stop just to look around because it is very interesting. For last maybe 20 miles, we haven't met a single car or a single house or a single person. It's just look desolated. And usually you see cows and sheep, and here we don't see anymore, no cows and no sheep. Anthony, if you describe this place in one word, what would it be?
Huge.
Today is August 2nd and we are in Cairngorms National Park. We couldn't follow our original plan to drive scenic route because little we knew that there are no gas stations in this national park, and also on Sundays, which is today, places like gas stations are closed here. So we're taking local walk, which is the best actually because it's solitude. Those purplish, pinkish things are heathers. All those mountains covered with heathers. This is my son Anthony. And he's picking up blueberries and lingonberries, berries, which we just realized are here.
Unbelievably tasty.
So we walked up from there, from this side of the hill. And suddenly the other side opens when you're on top of this hill. We're on top of one of the mountains, and the whole mountain is covered with the blanket of this moss, heather, and some kind of little berries. I think it's like at least half foot thick. And as I understand, all those mountains covered with this blanket, you can just sleep here comfortably.
We are at a bar in Scotland. We have just had some very tasty beers. And my parents are dancing. Restaurants, not the move. For £20, what do you get at a restaurant? A very small dish. And if you're at an Indian restaurant, it doesn't even come with rice or naan. £25, what does it get you at a store? A feast fit for a king. And that doesn't even show 2/3 of the meat or the dessert we bought.
It's August 3rd, and we're having breakfast in our cabin, Cairngorm National Park. It's oatmeal for breakfast. I think it was my genius solution. On arrival to Scotland, I bought 2 pounds of oatmeal, and it cost less than 2 English pounds. And we were eating every breakfast. So it also has raisins, very healthy, very tasty. And I estimate that it's like less than 10 cents a meal per person. So this is our setting here. What makes me happy is to know how lucky those sheep in Scotland are. That's how they live. They are everywhere. It's still August 3rd, and we're walking another trail. We picked up a 6.6 mile trail. It's a rainy day. We are not where I actually hoped to visit Cairngorm National Park, but to go there, it is 1.5 hours drive, and we have a gas situation with the car, and my guys decided they don't want to climb a mountain where winds are up to 160 kilometers per hour and very, very cold. So we're walking this trail. Oh, and mushroom project. We picked up whole bag of boletos here. This is additional, very surprising project. There is a lot of mushrooms here in Scotland. Oh, what a rainy day. Part of our trail today is this spooky forest. For some people, visiting Scotland maybe meant like visiting distilleries or castles, city with coffee and restaurant and haggis. It looks like for us visiting Scotland, it's just mainly walking with sheep. So this trail is literally walked us in a field where we just share it with sheep.
These ruins might be leftovers of what was called the Great Clearance. At a certain point in British history, lords discovered that it was more profitable to have sheep on their land rather than to have feudal servants to till the land. Therefore, they drove many, many peasants away from their homes and replaced them with sheep.
Eet me heen China, no to je fever. Eet me heen China, no to je fever. Eet me heen China, no to je fever. Sneeze je brak de kans er de roller aan. Waarom ben me heen, samen bis me gakes. Waarom ben me heen, samen bis me gakes. Waarom ben me heen, samen bis me gakes. Waarom ben me heen, be me gakes sound. Is me toren fever, kortkeners en reelen. Is me toren fever, kortkeners en reelen.
Living here gorms with a map of mountains I will climb in my imaginations. We had yet to visit Stirling on our last day in Scotland. Stirling Castle, almost 1,000 years of history, built and destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt and so on. Multiple kings and queens were born or died or crowned here. Mary, Queen of Scots, was crowned here at age of 9 months after her father died when she was only 6 days old. Her childhood years were spent in this castle. Were those happy few years at least for her? Because knowing her story afterwards saddened me. How can you take in history of Scotland?